The objective of this lesson: students will be able to assess websites and determine if the content presented is true and factual. This objective aligns with the American Association of School Librarians Standards Section 4, Curate, Domain B, Create, Item 3. Learners gather information appropriate to the task by systematically questioning and assessing the validity and accuracy of information. Take some time to familiarize yourself with the content on this page, then respond to this discussion question. What do people hope to gain when they publish false information? You may want to make some notes as you evaluate the information for later use in the discussion. There are 3 subtopics to explore in this Padlet. The first column of resources, you'll find a series of things that will help you spot fake news. Fake news is a hot topic recently becoming a favorite term of political circles. The first resource talks about the problem of fake news in general. The second item in the column is from Channel 1 News. It begins by asking if you can spot a fake news story. Following that, there are lessons about media literacy and learning the difference between real news sites and fake ones. The third resource lists 7 things to look for when assessing a site to determine whether or not the news is real. There are 2 more websites in this column. The fourth one contains another set of guidelines or suggestions to determine whether or not a story is real, and the 5th one gives 4 tips for spotting a fake news story. The next column of information gives links to websites that help spot phishing or other fraudulent behaviors. The first site in this column generally talks about phishing scams, defining the terms, and giving some pointers on how to avoid being taken advantage of. The next one is a general how-to, helping you spot scams using some familiar methodologies. The last website in this column is another How to Spot a Phishing Scam guide, but it is related to email. This one talks about fake login pages and social media traps. The third column in this Padlet gives you some websites to help you evaluate all internet resources. The first resource in that column is from the library at the University of Alaska, Fairbanks. It talks about the difference between print sources and resources on the internet, noting that printed sources are often checked for factual content prior to publication, while anybody can post on the web. The next one is from UC Santa Cruz's University Library. It gives tips on what kind of articles you can consistently trust. Then it shares with users a lovely acronym on how to evaluate sources. They call it the CRAP test: currency, readability, authority, accuracy, and purpose. This is a bit crude, but it is helpful in assessing the veracity of a claim. The third website in the Evaluating Resources column is a set of suggestions from the University of Edinburgh in Scotland. There is a list here too, suggesting readers assess a website by looking at the site's audience, authority, accuracy, objectivity, currency, and its URL. No cute acronym, I'm afraid. The final website in this list is from San Diego State University. It tells you what to do in order to begin your assessment of resources and how to assess those resources. Take a look at everything in this Padlet site and keep in mind the discussion question. Remember, when we're all finished up looking at the resources, the discussion will be about: what do people hope to gain when they publish false information?